already scouting locations for a second summit between the president and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Now, sources tell CNN the search is on, even though plans for more talks are just that, a lot of talk with no action to move forward just yet. But you may remember earlier this week, President Trump touted a, quote, great letter he had recently received from Kim. Let's bring in CNN national security reporter Kylie Atwood. First, Kylie, welcome to the CNN family. What are you learning about this letter and what Kim may be trying to accomplish?
Well, these letters are meant to remind Trump, essentially, of the enthusiasm that he felt for his relationship with Kim Jong-un after the Singapore summit last year. Sources tell CNN that they are hopeful about a next summit, and they also shower President Trump in praises, essentially stroking his ego. But the timing of these letters is really key because they encourage Trump to skirt the realities here. The first being that North Korea hasn't taken any tangible steps on denuclearization, and the second being that there's stalled diplomacy right now. The State Department special representative to North Korea has not met one-on-one with his North Korean counterparts. He did meet with North Koreans when he traveled to North Korea in October. But that's a few months ago, right? So there's still a lot of work to be done on the diplomacy level to even get this second summit planned.
And let's talk about the planning process, because you have new reporting about what the administration is doing to prepare to scout a site for a possible second summit. Fill us in.
Yeah, so the White House is actively engaged in this search right now. They've sent scouting teams to different locations around the world that the White House is considering as locations for the summit. We know that Singapore, which is where the last summit is not on that list, but there are a host of other countries that I'm told by U.S. officials all have pros and cons. The U.S. doesn't have a leading contender yet, and they also haven't shared their list of possible locations with the North Koreans. That's going to be the key because it's going to be a challenge on two fronts. First of which, Kim Jong-un doesn't like to leave North Korea. He's very cautious. He doesn't like to leave it without his control. And an administration official told CNN, my colleagues here, that he also was particularly sensitive after the Singapore summit, and that's because he received criticism for arriving on a China Air flight. So it's going to be a challenge to see how he gets there. And then, as I mentioned before, with stalled diplomacy, how are you going to figure this out? If Steve Biegun isn't meeting with his North Korean counterparts, they still got to, get this on the calendar.
All right, Kylie Atwood. Kylie.